Hello my friends! How are you today? Like I mentioned in the Chinese New Year video, today I'm doing a 2020 resolution video which will cover what are my goals in terms of personal development, professional development, or even fitness, healthy eating. So let's get started. Before we jump into 2020 objectives and all the exciting plans, let's have a recap of 2019. Before we jump into 2020 objectives, let's talk about 2019, the past year. So 2019 for me, it's a big year. I got engaged in January and got married in July. In 2020, I do have some objectives or goals that I wanted to accomplish. And the first thing that I can think of is I started this habit in last year. It's, I would say, kind of coincidence that I bought a planner for the whole year, and which I think it's very helpful for the whole year planning or even keep on track of your plans. So this year I went to Target and bought this 2020 planner by Day Designer. And first of all, it's a pink one. And second of all, it feels just so smooth, the texture of this cover. And third of all, it has the first page, they start with big picture. It lets you to picture yourself, what do you want to accomplish in the whole year. And the second page is set your goals. 3 single steps that will be helpful to accomplish your goals, and it includes personal goals, family, friends, relationship goals, or heart and spirit. That one, I'll leave it blank for that one. And financial goals, or work or career or study if you're still in school. So that is very, I think it helps you break down by sections so you can focus on each sections throughout the year. And it also gives you accomplish by, which holds you accountable by setting a timeline for accomplishment. The third page is design your days. So it lets you start or maintain a morning routine or evening routines. So some examples is morning routine first, plan your day early, or identify top 3 to-do list. Yes, in terms of to-do list, let's jump to the later page. Every day it has some line of, say, like Monday here, and it gives you some to-do list checkbox to check off. So once you put some to-do list, and if you have the personality like me, I like to check off my list once I accomplish it. It gives me the accomplishment feel. And go back to the page 4, it's stay on course, which lists all the anniversaries or critical work events or some of your financial goals or something like that. So just to keep you on track on the important days. And after that, it will give you a monthly view of the calendar. So each day it has some, you can add some like important days or any appointment, doctor's appointment or anything like that, put it in one. I know there's plenty of like digital planners. To me, I'm a paper person, call me like traditional or whatever, call me old. And I like to write something on paper, so it helps me stay grounded. So I like a planner, paper-based planner. So that's working for me. And whether you get a digital planner or a physical one, it doesn't matter, as long as you keep track of this every day. Just like the meal tracking tool, which I'm using on MyFitnessPal, I think that's very helpful. You can track what you eat in the day and set a calorie goals that you don't breach it, or if you breach it, you have to do additional gym hours or something like that. So that's very helpful. Okay, let's talk about the objectives for myself. Or according to this video, you can start your own planning for 2020. Always get a jump start, then you can, stay ahead or No, it's not a race. So you can be comfortable with yourself, or you're stay in peace in your mind. That's very critical as well. So you feel good about yourself, and you can even accomplish more throughout the year. So talk about my goals for this year in 2020. First of all, it's about fitness. So I wanted to lose weight. I talk about this every year. It's in the like a reoccurring New Year resolution list. But I never took it very seriously. But this year, since I will have 2 weddings, one in April here in New Jersey, and the second one in September in China. It's where my family are and where I came from. So a lot of things to do. I will have my wedding dress fitting, my first wedding dress fitting in January 10th, which is 10 days away. I set a goal of losing 2 pounds per week, and that will get me to the ideal weight in like end of March. I've actually started trying the fitness and healthy eating habit 2 weeks ago, and I've been pretty well. And that I give credits to this, I would say, a little table that I created. I'm a person who likes colorful things, and color or visualization really helps me keep on track or get me excited. So I created this table for myself. It looks like something like very colorful, and it includes what day is it, what's the date of it, and for workout I made a plan of, say, Monday is my cardio day, and Tuesday is abs. Wednesday I'll focus on legs, and Thursday I'll focus on arms and back, or lower body, or I try to give it a variety of which part of the body I'm focusing on that day, so keep my body always excited for the workout. I mean, I say excited, but more like keep me not to be bored of the workout, because going to the gym is already very hard for me. So I try to keep myself a little bit more excited than doing the cardio every day. And I've saw some videos or some books, or they're saying lifting some weights or doing some HIIT will definitely help you lose weight faster. And another key element is for the what you put in your mouth. That's very important too. So definitely use the app that I recommended here, MyFitnessPal. It helps you track what you eat for 3 meals, and including snacks, and helps you track how much exercise you did for the day, and how long, how intense was the exercise, and it will give you, say, a gap of, if you had a breakfast for 400, lunch for 500, then if your goal is to have 1200 each day, then you will have 300 left, unless you go to the gym, burn 200, so you can have 200 more. So that's simple math, but it really helps me to keep on track of what I eat. Or whenever my colleague offer me a cookie, then that cookie costs 200, then does it really worth it to put myself for additional like 20 minutes of cardio? So that really helps me. And the fourth is what I wanted to accomplish in terms of like personal development, which this year I wanted to read more books or do more study. Then it will break down into small sections that will help me keep track of that. You will see a lot of like check marks here, so that I feel good about myself once I check off something. And there's the pink section is my video section, which I will list or plan ahead that what kind of video I wanted to shoot. I'm trying to stay on the weekly basis to update, so that will give me an idea of, okay, I probably need like 3 days to prep for the video, one to brainstorm some ideas, second day I'll actually do the shooting part, and the third day I'll probably do the video editing part. So that's all in my day-to-day plan. So I'd say that's going pretty well for 2 weeks, and I am intended to keep on doing this every month. So it's a monthly tracker, which will help me each month. And it's definitely helpful, or all the goals you will set, it's definitely helpful to find someone that will be like helping you stay on track, or be your accountability partner, so that you will feel guilty, or you will feel guilty to your friends, your family, whoever that is can help you stay on track. Then find them, tell them what exactly you wanted to accomplish, and they will help you get there. Or they will punish you, or they will judge you. Yes, you need that judgment once in a while. If you wanted someone to be your accountability partner, I would love to be one for you as well. So please leave a comment here. Let me know that you wanted accountability partner, so I can be yours. The second goal I wanted to accomplish in 2020 is very linked to my first fitness goal, is eating healthier. So by eating healthier, I mean I wanted to stay out of my previous eating habits, which is a lot of carbs along with the meat. So previously I always think, as long as you're eating meat, you have to have some carbs to combine with them. It sounds like a perfect meal. It's like a burger, and you need the buns, you need the patty. So I will try to stay out of that, so I can eat, say today if you're really craving for carbs, then eat carbs only instead of eating carbs and the meat. Or next day you want to have a steak, then have a steak, but cut off the buns, or cut off the rolls, that you don't need them. As long as you have protein, you'll feel energized this day. That's talking based on my experience as well. And another thing is, don't lie to your body, don't lie to yourself. It's impossible to lie to yourself. So if you keep lying to yourself that eating raw broccoli will help you get there, get your target goal, then just forget about this, because it's a lifelong goal, and so it's a marathon. You have to find the healthy alternatives, healthy choices that you like, you enjoy. Say for me, I like grape tomatoes, then eating that will taste like candy to me. So I can cut out all the sugar or the artificial sugars, but I can just have grape tomatoes. That's working for me. Or if I have the yogurt, then I'll just use that as a healthy snack instead of having a cookie or having a chocolate or something like that. You have to, it's a long time commitment. It's not like you're working for a short-term goal, and once you reach your target weight, and then you can stop there. It's long term. You have to keep in mind that it's a lifelong choice. Third goal for 2020 is I wanted to read more books, or at least keep myself educated. So in the past year, I wanted to recommend 2 books that I really like in 2019, and recommend some of the books that I wanted to read in January 2020. So one of the books I've actually read a couple of times already is what I talk about when I talk about running. This is by Haruki Murakami. He talks about how he feels when he runs, or just some personal experience. It's very soothing, and it clears my mind. It helps me get thinking, and so I definitely recommend anyone who wanted to have a peaceful reading item. So I definitely recommend this one. And another book I liked in 2019 is Outliers. This book. This book is very interesting to read because a lot of the genius or very successful person that you think or previously you might think their all their success or their legend, it's only based on their their talents or something like that. But this book will tell you a lot of times it has some luckiness goes into it as well, or the perfect timing, or the century. So definitely recommend this book, Outliers. Check it out. And for 2020 reading list, especially in January, I'd like to read one book from Dolly Alderton. The book name is Everything About Love, which I will put a cover here. I intended to maybe buy it on Kindle. My first book I wanted to read in January 2020, and second book I wanted to finish reading is called The Trusted Advisor by David Maister. So that is kind of related to what I do for a living. My career is business management, so it requires a lot of, people skills or relationship management. And the ideal situation for a business manager is to act like a trusted advisor. So I really wanted to know some ideas about this and get better in what I do. So that's something I wanted to read in January. And each month I'll probably tell you guys about what books I wanted to read in that month, and I'll probably record some key takeaways. So even if you don't have time to read that, then watch my takeaways and you can basically get the key messages from the books. Leave in the comments to see what are the books that you recommend me reading in the next few months so I can give takeaways. Number 4 is career management. Like I mentioned, I'm in business management field. I've stayed in this field for 2 years, 3 years already. Really wanted to get better, and I wanted to. Currently, I'm not managing anyone, so next year my career goal is to try to be a manager. Well, I previously have managed a summer intern before, and that's a great experience. I've actually learned a lot from her. So yes, looking forward to maybe be a good manager. Or 5th goal is to keep recording YouTube videos and share my life or some of the useful information or anything you guys wanted to hear on this channel. I'll try to keep the cadence into weekly and do my best, and hopefully we'll see some improvement. Number 6, weddings, plural. I will have 2 weddings, like I mentioned, one in April, one in September. So I'm lucky that my mother-in-law, she's really helpful in all the wedding planning. And after our wedding in April, hopefully I can share some tips and tricks about how to plan a wedding, or what are the key things that you need to pay attention to, or what are the mistakes we made throughout the wedding that you probably wanted to avoid if you are also planning your wedding. And number 7, it's the financial goals. To talk about the budgeting, I will probably do a separate video about the how I do my personal budgeting, how I track my expenses, or forecast my future expense. So that I will do a separate video about share some budgeting tips and tricks to you guys. And my friend Stacy has a YouTube video called Being Financially Fit. I will put a link, or definitely check out his channel if you're interested in how to become financially fit. I like the idea of becoming financially fit. Last but not least, I wanted to plan a travel to maybe Seattle or New Orleans. I haven't been to those 2 places, and those 2 are definitely some places that I really wanted to go. So that wraps up the whole 2020 plan. That's a lot on my plate in the year, but hopefully I can accomplish all of it. But if not, then most of it. And at the end of the year, I can be very comfortable saying to myself that yes, you tried your best and it's a wonderful year in 2020. Okay, so that's it from me today, and please share your comments below. What's your New Year resolution in 2020? And yeah, let's keep each other accountable, and Happy New Year. Bye bye.